guys, welcome back to another, I guess, installment of my Every Room is a Different Pack challenge. We're doing the kitchen today, and I rolled Strangerville. I've seen other people do this challenge before when they got Strangerville, and it was just like endgame, ruined forever, especially for a kitchen. But I'm gonna do my best to, again, keep to the spirit of the pack while also using a lot of base game content just to make it all look nice. I don't know how successful I'm going to be at that, but I'm gonna try. Right now I'm just grabbing anything that could be a possibility. I've already kind of established that they're collectors, so I was like, well, what if they collected all this kind of Old West Strangerville Americana and transported it to their kitchen? Because I used to work in Virginia City when I was a teenager, older teenager, but that was one of my first jobs. And Charlie Bovee basically bought up all the old buildings in Montana, plunked them down in Nevada City, and had like this little Old West town that was sort of a retirement home for all these buildings. And so that was kind of my inspiration here. Like maybe they found this like bar set up at like an auction or something that was they were parceling out the building. Maybe the rest of the building was trashed, but this was good. And so they just brought it home and they set it up in their kitchen as like not a display, but it'll be a functioning bar. And yeah, I just thought it was really kind of a cute way to keep Strangerville in the kitchen that did not offend me and fit in kind of with the story I was building for the family who lives here. So they're still collectors, they're still them, it doesn't sacrifice too much. I wanted to use that kind of riveted background, like they intentionally put it there to look like the bar. I wanted to put kind of a door to the backyard, that's how you're going to get to the backyard. I actually was pleasantly surprised with the windows. I was really happy with them. They don't look like they belong to the pack, but they definitely belong to this house. I do struggle with placing windows in any game, no matter which one I'm in. So I was just trying to get those placed. About this point, though, I was realizing the kitchen was really small, especially if I wanted to include the bar. So I'm editing here, I'm picking out what I want to do. I wanted to use the jukebox, but it just wasn't going with what I wanted to do. So I'm just kind of placing things outside that I kind of want to keep. See, I actually turned moved objects on at this point. I wanted to use the utility thing just because it did fit, and it's something you might feasibly see in a kitchen area. I realized after this that there was no way to get to the basement, so I do fix that, but first I extend the kitchen, because it needed to be a bigger space. So I'm just kind of plunking down some windows. It's a pretty bright space, and now that I have extended it, it's a lot larger. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the floors. Nothing really was going. I was trying to maybe do like industrial or stone. Let's see, I go through quite a few. But I eventually just chose the same flooring just to kind of keep some consistency there. I didn't like quite that harsh line there. Yeah, and so now I had to pick out what I wanted to do for counters. I actually right away chose these, and also right away immediately struggled with placing the counters because the Sims 4 likes to spite me. I really like the dark ones though with the light top. I feel like it fits in. It's kind of the same colors as the bar, but not super matchy. Just trying to find a way to place that sink that wasn't like super duper awkward. I always like sinks under a window. Under fire alarm, because that's important. I hate all of the base game fridges with a fiery passion. But eventually I just went with silver, because the sink was silver and I could do a silver stove. Stainless, not silver. I wasn't super thrilled with the layouts at this point, but I was trying to go with it. I decided to bring the red in this room as well with the red appliances, like the red coffee maker that I struggled with placing, and the red microwave. I wanted to place one of these, but as you can see I struggle a little bit picking the right height. I I actually realized I didn't place cabinets after the fact, so that's something else that I'm gonna probably go in and fix. I wanted to do the like fancy trash can because it fits in with, again, the Strangerville vibe, not even if it's not necessarily from that pack. I wasn't sure with the stools if I wanted to go more neutral or if I wanted to go kind of kitschy, and I ended up just going with the industrial ones. Again, trying to tie it all together. All the different elements need to go well together. I love that rug for this room. Again, not Strangerville, but it looks like it almost could be like a print of schematics, so I was really happy to find that. What else did I do? I was just trying to find like sciencey things to place. Like maybe the element block, or I did end up placing this little Alexa thing. Just trying to really make it sciencey. The future cube. I know you don't really want a scientific kitchen, but just different things to, give a nod to Strangerville. I did end up placing one of those. My logic for it is like gastropubs have a lot of like fancy mixing. Maybe they do craft beer or something like that, so that's what I was thinking for that. I love these lights. Again, I think they fit really well with the aesthetic. And they're placed kind of randomly, but I don't mind it. I end up placing that light with the little photo thing, because again, like, at this point I was going with, like, maybe they don't run a gastropub, but they like making stuff like that for themselves. I don't place it yet, but I will. I realized that they needed a door to downstairs, and as soon as I saw the one with the bookshelves, I'm like, oh my god, that's perfect. Because it's like a secret room, almost. So, again, fits in with the Strangerville aesthetic. See, I end up placing that just because they're kind of fancy. They're a little bit fancy, and there's nothing wrong with being fancy. This is another thing that I did that annoyed me, is I forgot to change the color of that chair. But it's fine. It could be orange instead of yellow. Stay tuned for me actually changing it when it's uploaded to the gallery, but I haven't actually gone in and made corrections yet. I'm watching back through to see what I don't like. Again, with the countertops hating me so much. It drives me nuts that that little the backing doesn't extend, or that there's not like a stacking like deco piece. Or not stacking, but like a backsplash deco piece. That's super annoying. I do put pet stuff in here because I wanted them to have a pet. So I know that's not in keeping with the theme, but whatevs. It's an automatic feeder, so that's kind of sciencey, maybe, potentially. And so now is the point where I start grabbing, different things from there. I wanted to do kind of like the Route 66 and things like that. I just felt like it fit in, and again, they pulled the whole bar from Strangerville, so it seemed like something that they would do. I did keep the tentacle sculpture. I really, really wanted to find some way to keep these, but it just wasn't working. And again, you gotta recognize if something's not working, you gotta get rid of it. I did keep the armadillo. See, the armadillo's orange. It fits with the chair, it's fine. The lava lamp, I do keep the little dude as well. I place a computer just because if someone's working on their laptop, they could work in the kitchen, it's fine. I really wanted to keep that succulent bathtub, like, a whole lot. I end up moving the trash can just so that I can, but I do end up moving the tub and the truck because you can't get into that other room. And that other big room was actually supposed to be the kitchen, but I changed my mind. Because, I had a whole idea of the layout, and then I completely changed everything. And this is about the point where I realized there wasn't really a dining room, and I was like, oh, so spoiler alert, that giant room is a dining room, because why not? I almost moved the wall, too, at this point. I was thinking about it, I'm like, I had a hard time picking out pictures for this wall. I was trying to keep with the theme that I had in the other room of like old paintings, but nothing really suited. And then I really wanted to use that like poster with the guy in the glasses, because that seems very Strangerville. This is just me going through all the paintings going, something needs to fit here. And I really wanted to use that. I don't end up using it because it's not working, but I really did want to use it. That painting was annoying me that it didn't fit on the walls. I end up going with the schematics because it's nice, but it's not, it fits in with Strangerville. And then I went with that, like, I think it's a tapestry. This rug absolutely does not go, but it fits with the bar so well that I was like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. The 70s are in, and I did orange. I forgot that I did orange. That's why the chair's orange. And yeah, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one.